What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Why? What are you gonna do? Cry? No need to get rough.
Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyanI, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys? It's Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 283 now, guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out, and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But like always, before we jump into them, I want to remind you guys that I'm partnered with Gamersups, which in my opinion is the best energy drink on the market. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to check out the link in the description where you can go to their store page, and you can also use the code RTD for a 10% discount on all your purchases. I also want to say, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any brand new mods each and every single week. Now that all that's out of the way, we can jump into this week's mods, and starting us off we have a simple Merchants mod called the Merchants of Skyrim. Now the mod page reads that Merchants of Skyrim is an add-on to the Financial Crisis mod, which if you remember we actually covered last week. And this is actually the mods that they chose to leave out of the Financial Crisis mod pack due to the size increase, and they also didn't want to include more NPCs when you may just have wanted a simple economy and crime overhaul. So this mod pack was also designed to be standalone. The purpose of this mod pack is to add more merchants of different varieties to the world, and one of my favorites from the pack is the Enchanter merchant found in Whiterun. With this merchant you can purchase many different enchantable items, which then you can even use in combat or just take out on your travels, or if you're looking to, grind your enchanting or make different types of gear, you can then disenchant the items that you buy from the merchant so that you now have the actual enchantment in your knowledge book. So the mods that are included within this mod of Merchants of Skyrim, we have the Enchanter's Merchant, the Wandering Merchants for Skyrim and Solstheim, as well as the Wandering Librarians. So basically what this mod does is it adds so many new merchants that you can find about your travels. They'll be wandering on roads anywhere all throughout Skyrim, but mostly sticking to the roads. And whenever you stumble across them, they'll be selling new enchanted gear, and it's pretty much just a general merchant that wanders all throughout Skyrim. And if you combine this mod with a mod that we covered last week, the Skyrim Belongs to the Nords mod, which adds so many new NPCs to the world that just travel all throughout Skyrim, you now have merchants thrown into the mix too. So no longer will you just see every single NPC that lives in a simple city. You'll be seeing so many new people traveling in and out of the town, and then also merchants that are coming in and out to make some trades with those new citizens. It just brings so much more immersion into the game, and I absolutely love what the Merchants of Skyrim mod pack has done to Skyrim, and that's definitely why this mod's featured here at a number 5 spot this week. So if you want more merchants in your game, or you're just looking to sell some more goods whenever you're out in your travels, then the Merchants of Skyrim is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out. So go download and add it to your next playthrough of Skyrim. Coming in at the number 4 spot this week, we have a mod that transforms the outside of Whiterun into something completely beautiful. This is JK's Whiterun Outskirts. And just by the name JK's, you know this is going to be a great mod. JK always brings brand new amazing mods to the mod page here. But the mod page reads that this is an enhanced Whiterun Outskirts overhaul, and it's a lore-friendly overhaul of Whiterun Outskirts, including new buildings, including an inn, new NPCs, overhauled farms with new crops, and then you have the Hunting Brew Meadery exterior that's been overhauled, as well as the White Watch Tower to the northeast. It's also compatible with many other mods. As you can see in this video, I'm using the Northern Roads mod, which has the JK's Whiterun Outskirts patch, so you can have Northern Roads alongside JK's Whiterun Outskirts. But if you're also using other JK mods, the Rin mods, Market mods, or the Capital Whiterun expansion, which I'm also running in this playthrough here, I really love mods that take other popular mods into consideration, that you may be using them alongside each other, and they'll create patches and make it so everything can run properly, so that you can have the most expansive Whiterun Whiterun possible. And with Whiterun being one of my favorite cities in the game, this is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out because just look at this place. You know, you have the Capital Whiterun expansion mod and Northern Roads already, but then we add the JK's Whiterun Outskirts and it expands Whiterun even further, and you have the nice little walls that they set up, so many new guard patrols. Like I said, there's an inn and a bunch of new NPCs that you could talk to, and these interiors aren't just copied and pasted from other areas of Skyrim, they're actually built from the ground up. If you walk inside, there's so many new unique items on display, and you can actually tell that these are lived-in houses instead of them just being vanilla copy and pastes. So if Whiterun's your favorite city like me, then I'd strongly recommend downloading JK's Whiterun Outskirts in your next playthrough because it'll transform Whiterun to be even more beautiful than it already is. And that's definitely why this mod's featured here at a number 4 spot this week, so I'd recommend downloading JK's Whiterun Outskirts and transforming Whiterun in your next playthrough. Coming in at the number 3 spot this week, we have a brand new mod that was brought to my attention by a bunch of you guys in my comment section, and it's a mod that brings more guns to Skyrim. This is the lore-friendly Guns of Skyrim mod. And the mod page reads that this adds various types of craftable firearms to NPCs throughout the world, and this is made using vanilla assets. There's rifles, which are considered handguns, and they use default crossbow animations, and it also adds craftable rifles for most material types. They have pistols, which you can easily reload your pistols by using pistol bullets, which can be crafted at any forge, and those use staff animations. And the actual lore behind this mod is listed as, following the devastation of the Great War, it became clear to the Imperial High Command of the vast advantage that Altmerry battle mages had over traditional massed infantry, being able to easily destroy grouped units with their magic. This spurred Emperor Titus Mede to pour his coffers into developing new technologies, something that would nullify the years of training and gold it would take to raise battle mages of his own. The answer came from the archives of Synod, old Dwemer schematics which showed a rather simple design of a metal tube and a small iron ball, which when combined with fire salts and brought to a flame, would launch the ball with a great amount of force. This would allow a common man with little to no training to deal a heavy amount of damage from afar, despite a slow reload speed. He quickly realized how effective it would be to outfit vast amounts of soldiers with weapons of this type, and as such, the gunpowder had arrived, and rifles became widespread all throughout Skyrim. I actually like this little backstory here. It actually takes a lot of things into consideration and tries to make it seem like it makes a lot of sense, which I think it pretty much does. I mean, I also don't think that guns belong in Skyrim, but if you did want to have guns in Skyrim, I think this would probably be the best and most lore-friendly way, so they definitely got the title of the mod correctly. This is definitely the most lore-friendly way of putting guns in Skyrim, so I definitely agree there, but these are very fun to use, and there's so many different ones to use as well as enchantments that get put on your bullets too. So you could start out with an iron handgun and then quickly move up to steel and then eventually go glass, dwarven, elven, daedric, dragonbone, you name it. There's so many different types of guns that you can craft, but then the actual bullets themselves, you have just regular bullets that just do a flat amount of damage, and then you have a poison bullet which explodes with a poison cloud, a shock bullet which explodes with a bolt of lightning, and then the daedric bullets which is just a huge explosion of red and it deals massive damage, so it's incredibly badass. I know I definitely had a blast while testing and actually using the weapons that are featured in this mod, and I know you guys will too. So if you're looking for some guns in your next playthrough of Skyrim, then I'd strongly recommend downloading the lore-friendly Guns of Skyrim and adding it to your next playthrough and completely wreaking havoc with these brand new rifles added into the game. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have a brand new beautiful weather mod pack that aims to combine a bunch of different weather mods together to create the most beautiful Skyrim possible. This is the Elden Scrolls Weather mod. And the mod page reads that Elden Scrolls Weather brings 2 fantastic mods together, as well as chooses a bunch of smaller weather mods as their little hand-picked ones for their own personal tweaks. They also included the Rustic Weather Presets mod, which I absolutely love, and it can be used in conjunction with Obsidian filters for those who like to experiment and make their own look. But now actually moving on to the mods that are featured within this mod pack here, we have the Paraphernalia Ambience mod, Obsidian Weathers and Seasons, which is an absolutely massive and huge weather mod pack, and then you have the Aquintium add-on patch for Obsidian Weathers, Inside the Nebula, the Atmosphere mod, the Northern Realistic Clouds, AOF Fantasy Sun, TV's atmosphere moon, TV's improved rain, the new snowflakes, lightning during storms, more immersive weather particles, more mist, no more blinding fog, flickering sunlight shadows, the rustic weathers mod, as well as the lighting presets, and so many more. There's so many weather mods jam-packed into this one 32.36 megabyte mod. There's so many new presets that you can use, such as fantasy. You can go to bleak. You can make it look Viking-like. There's so many unique presets that you can add to the game that just kind of make an E and B on the Xbox, and I absolutely love the looks of it. Now, as you can see, these new weathers look absolutely beautiful, and there's so much customization options whenever it comes to how you want your game to look, and you can pretty much build an E and B of your own using this mod, and that's definitely why it's featured here at number 2 spot this week. So if you're looking to completely remaster all the weathers in your next playthrough of Skyrim, and you want it to all be done in one simple mod and not have to download any others, then the Elden Scrolls weather mod is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out, because it checks all those boxes and makes it so this is the only weather mod that you're going to need. So I'd strongly recommend downloading it and transforming the weathers in your next playthrough. Coming in at the number 1 spot this week, we have a brand new mega bundle of perk and magic mods, all jam-packed into one 155.77 megabyte mod, and it's absolutely incredible. This is the Perks and Magic Mega Bundle mod, the Ordinator version. The mod page reads that this is the Ordinator version, which also will be uploaded a Valkyrie version, because Valkyrie is also a very popular perk overhaul that a lot of people enjoy, so the fact that they did Ordinator as well as Valkyrie, already awesome. And this includes all of the same other mods, it just replaces Ordinator with Valkyrie, so if you prefer Valkyrie over Ordinator, then I'd strongly recommend getting that one instead. But me personally, I prefer using Ordinator perks because there's so many to choose from. It's just an amazing perk overhaul mod, but this bundle was put together for several reasons. One is most of these mods are regularly used by myself, and I also don't want to rely on other bundles. Sometimes they also contain mods that I never use, so they also decided to include some other mods like Miracle of Flight for fun and immersion. Coming in with the actual mods that are featured within this mod pack, of course you have Ordinator Perks of Skyrim, which overhauls the perk trees of Skyrim to increase the depth and fun of character building. And it's highly compatible with other mods and uses lightweight and clean scripting. On top of that, you have some magic mods such as Apocalypse, which is covered so many times. Apocalypse is an amazing magic mod, and it's the most popular Skyrim spell pack, adding 155 new spells that are unique, balanced, lore-friendly, and use high-quality custom visuals that blend seamlessly into the vanilla magic system. And it also includes scrolls and staves for the new spells as well. And then you also have Odin, which is another brilliant magic mod that adds even more spells into the game, and this is what magic in Skyrim should have been. It improves and fixes Skyrim spells, makes scrolls and staves viable, and adds new spells, scrolls, and staves inspired by previous Elder Scrolls magic. The new content is balanced and seamlessly integrated into the game. And then finally, another magic mod, you have Triumvirate, which is the mage archetypes, which adds 75 balanced spells divided among 5 mage archetypes. There's Druid, Shadow Magic, Warlock, Cleric, and Shaman, which are all available immersively through vendors. Then you have the Tonal Architect mod up next, which adds a high-quality Dwemer-themed collection of spells themed around devices, tinkering, and automatons, and it's similar style to the Triumvirate classes. Finally, the last mod inside of here, we have the Miracle of Flight, which adds 3 modes of flying transportation for skilled mages. There's a flying carpet, Hethos floating disc, as well as a Dwemer flying disc too. It's complete with collisions and a low script load, and you can buy these spell tomes at their respective vendors or find them in the world as loot. Now, I truly think that this has got to be one of the best perk and magic overhauls to date, because the only thing that we're missing is mysticism. And there's even a small little footnote that's inside of this mod page here that says it's also named in a specific way so that if you end up getting mysticism as well as the patch, they'll work together. So you can add even more spells into the game with mysticism and so much more magic tuning for the next mage playthrough that you're going to make. This is just the perfect mod, and I definitely think this is going to stay in my load order and most likely be featured in my next load order as well, because this is just a perfect perk overhaul. It has every single mod that I currently use, and also mods that I like using, like the Miracle of Flight. That's a brilliant mod. And then we have, Odin. We can put mysticism in here too, Ordinator. It has it all. This is definitely the best perk and magic mod bundle that you could possibly get, and it comes in at a fair memory space too, coming in at 155.77, which isn't that bad for how many mods it contains. So if you're looking to completely transform the perks as well as the magic in your next playthrough of Skyrim, then I'd strongly recommend downloading the Perk and Magic Mega Bundle and adding it to your next playthrough and completely transforming everything you know about magic and perks in Skyrim. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can join our Discord. I'll be sure to leave the Discord link in the description as well as the pinned comment so you can join us on there and leave mod suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later.